up against the Broncos.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And now running right through it. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Let's go! 319! 319!
On second down, here's Simeon. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Run it again with Anderson. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
This is Gordon, and he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now a run with Anderson. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Again, Anderson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers, going underneath for Gordon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Rivers looking a little nimble there as he picks up a 1st down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's got room. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now the first carry for Brandon Oliver. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? when the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll try to throw here. Rivers got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And getting a look at the Wildcat here. Rivers on 3rd and 2. Caught left side, Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They start the drive with Anderson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
CJ with a nifty move. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a first down throw. Simeon over the middle. It's Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 90 catches, close to 1,100 yards last year for Thomas. For most guys, that'd be incredible. For Thomas, those numbers his lowest since 2011.
Well, he does have his old offensive coordinator back, so I'm sure he's expecting to get back to his former levels of play.
To throw on second is Simeon. And Green with a catch left side. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Well, calling luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. Sanders in motion right. A shotgun snap for Simeon. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Again, Simeon. Well, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Screen pass to Charles. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Uses the spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Here's Gordon now with a direct snap from center. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Denver right after this. Rivers to throw this time. Hunter Henry brings it in. 18 big yards on that one and a Charger first.
Brandon, I had a first-round grade on Hunter Henry coming out of Arkansas for his ability to get downfield and create openings, create space, and he proved his worth as a rookie tight end in 2016.
34 catches, led all rookie tight ends in the league. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Second down, Rivers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Todd Davis in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Third and long for Rivers. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On to punt, Drew Kaiser, second-year man from Texas A&M. Emmanuel Sanders deep for the Broncos. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Now Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. Down, Simeon. And then he's caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept him on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Green with a catch left side. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Green, 30.
From the gun on third, Simeon. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And he's brought down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Now Gordon. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Rivers now on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Rivers from the gun on third down. Escaping the pressure right. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The Chargers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And his kick is indeed good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So good news, Charles. This will not be a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter number 3.
Let the celebration begin, partner. Yeah, it's just a field goal. But the way these defenses ruled the first half, any points are looking pretty good right about now.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Let's go. Back down in that Philly. Here we go. Leopard. All right, now look at
Now Anderson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up. Here we go. Boom. Back down in that Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go.
A play fake to Anderson. It's Simeon. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. To throw is Simeon. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Returning, it's Benjamin. Oh, what a move. Penalty stings big time there. Wipes away a very good return.
And they work on it so hard because the goal is to give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional first down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
Rivers on first down. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Rivers to throw it. And this complete to Henry over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. I'm kind of liking this 2 Monday night game thing. I hope our East Coast friends are still awake and with us. It's been a good one here in Denver. Shift together here from the D-line. First down, Rivers. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the D looking like they may blitz. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Todd Davis coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now. Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Watch it now.
Following the penalty, Anderson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The schedule makers kind to the Broncos. Just 1 road game until October 22nd. After the 9th, they get the Cowboys here next week. Then they're on the road at Buffalo in week 3 before coming back home to face the Raiders. Then an off week and then another home game against the Giants.
So it's a front-loaded schedule that they need to take big advantage of because the back end, they're on the road a lot.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Here's Anderson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green! Leopard! Leopard!
Play fake to Anderson. Now Simeon. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long.
Here we go!
Simeon. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. From the left hash, this from 34. And McManus able to put it through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So this hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after another, but at 3-3 now here in the fourth, it's been a pretty doggone entertaining game.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pitcher's duel in baseball, don't you think? The aficionados can appreciate a tightly fought game like this.
Yeah, but the fantasy players, not so much. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They run it here with Gordon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's Rivers. Flushed out right. They find some open field. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on 2nd down. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now Rivers being chased out left. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They're going to run this with a tight end. He's to the 10. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. And they'll want to hold on to that football. That is the first NFL touchdown scored by the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, if you want to talk AFL, first Los Angeles Chargers touchdown since New Year's Day of '61.
Yeah, they played in the AFL Championship that day against the Houston Oilers. So how about that? A return for the LA Chargers, triumphantly finding the end zone.
And a ball that will live in the trophy case for years to come. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, Stan.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the fly over the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, an opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the